Review on productivity tools. This module is just a review on the basics of using a word processing software, spreadsheet software, and presentation graphics software. In this module, 3 of the most famous and most used Microsoft Office will be discussed: Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint. By the end of this module, the student will be able to identify the different parts of Microsoft Word, input text with different format and alignment, create a sample worksheet using MS Excel, execute basic computation with an if function, insert table, charts, and graph, define presentation software, plan an effective presentation, select appropriate slide layout, color scheme, background, and design templates, display the presentation in different ways, and apply the different text, basic, and the design theme. Learning content. Office productivity is a category of software that addresses general business needs such as document creation, creating spreadsheets, presentation, and content management. The term is associated with broad purpose tools that are useful in every industry. Most of us is familiar to Microsoft Word. So Microsoft Word is the processing program that allow us to create and edit documents. File tab. If we say File tab, it replaces the Office button from Word. Then by just clicking it, you can check the backstage view. So what is the purpose of File tab? So the purpose of File tab is that this is where you need to come when you need to open and save files, create new documents, print documents, and do other related operation. So next after the File tab is the Quick Access Toolbar, which you can find just above the File tab. So Quick Access Toolbar is convenient resting place for the most frequently used commands, and through Quick Access Toolbar, you can customize it based on your comfort. So next is the ribbon. So if we say ribbon, it contains commands organized and it has 3 components, which are the tab, groups, and commands. So let's differentiate these 3 components. So first is the tab. So if we say tab, this appears at the top of the ribbon and contains group of related commands such as home, insert, and page layout. So next is the group. So if we say group, it talks about the organized group related, and each group is shows below the ribbon. And example for this is the font and alignment. Next is the commands, or in other words, it appears within the group that I've mentioned. So we're done at the File tab, Quick Access Toolbar, and ribbon. So now let's move on to the title bar. So if we say title bar, it shows at the top of the window and it shows the document titles and program. Next is the ruler. So Word has 2 ruler, which is the horizontal ruler that appears beneath the ribbon and used to set margin and tab stop. And the other one is the vertical ruler that shows at the left edge of the Word window and used to gauge vertical position of your elements. If you need help or tutorial, just tap the help icon because it can be used to get word related that you like and provide a nice tutorial on various subjects that is related to your word. So next, if you have a poor eyesight, Zoom Control is on her way to help you. So Zoom Control helps you to zoom in for a closer look at your text, and it consists a slider that you can slide to the left and right to zoom in and zoom out, and it consists a plus button to increase and decrease the zoom factor. So now, let's move on to the view button. If you say view button, it is located at the left side of the Zoom control, near at the top of the screen, and it consists of 5 groups. First is the print layout view. So print layout view displays the pages of your Word exactly as they will appear when printed. Second is the full screen reading view, and it gives us a full screen view of the documents. So the third is the web layout view, and it shows how the document appears when viewed by a web browser such as Internet Explorer. Fourth is the outline view, which lets your work with outline established using Word standard heading style. And lastly is the draft view, where the most of people prefer this mode because this printed page shows an exception. So we're done at the File tab, Quick Access Toolbar, Ribbon, Viewpoint, Zoom Control, and etc. So now let's move on to the Document area. So if we say Document area, what it is? So Document area is the area where you can type, and the flashing vertical bar that called insertion point is representing where your message will appear when you type. So, status bar. If we say status bar, this display the document information as well the insertion point location from left to right, and this bar contains the total number of pages and words from the document, language, and etc. So, dialog box launcher. So, this is a very small arrow that is located at the lower right corner of the group in ribbon, and by just clicking it, it will provide you more options about the groups. Backstage view. So getting at the backstage view is just easy. Just click at the File tab and backstage view will appear. So backstage view will help us to create new documents and so on. And backstage view has 3 columns. The first column shows the following option, which are the Save, Save As, Open, Close, Info, Resend, New, Print, Save and Send, Help, Option, and Exit. So, let's differentiate these 12 options. First, if an existing document is open, it will be saved as, otherwise, it will display a dialog box asking for its name, and this option is called Save. So, second option is called Save As, where a dialog box will display on your screen and asking for a document name, and it will be saved with an extension word called Docs. So the next option is called Open, and this option is used to open an existing document. Fourth option is called Close. So this option is used when closing an open document. So next option is called Info. So this option will display the information of an open document. So this option has listed down the recently used document and called Recent. Next is the Print option, where you need to print an open document. Next, if you want to send a document via email, just proceed to Save and Send operation. If you need help, Help option is used to get the required help that used in Word 2010. Second to the list is the option that is used to the various related option in Word 2010. Last but not the least is the Exit option, which is used to close a document and exit. So I want to call Elmerlita Nagayo for the continuation of our report.
How to change text font in Microsoft Word. So, it is one of the features provided by the Word its user. It can be used to give a different look to your document or project which is you are making. For example, if you are making a project in Microsoft Word and want the title of it in different font and paragraph or another information in a different font, then this features is for you. Also, can change the text font of any specific text to highlighting the whole text as per your requirements below. We will see with help of images and instructions and learn this easy way to selecting text font in Microsoft Word. First step, open the document in which text font is to be changed. Then, next step, click the Home tab. Then, after you click the Home tab, select the text or paragraph for which the font is to be changed. Then, step 4, go to the Font section in the Home tab, mark by circle in the image. Okay, image. Then, after that, change the font of the text from the font option and select the text font of your choice. Okay. Then, in the text image, select the text font, Allergiant, or you can choose the font of your choice and make the changes. So, that's the step to change the font text in Microsoft Word. Changing font size. Making text larger is another way to emphasize text. So, the first step is select the text you wish to format. Then, click the Home tab on the ribbon and click the font size list arrow in the front group. A list of font sizes appears. Then, the last step is select a font size from the list. Changing text color. This is one of its features provided by the Word to its user. It can be used to give a different look to your document or project which you are making. For example, like you are making a project in Microsoft Word and want the title of it to be a colored text. Then this feature will do the same. Also, it can change the color of any specific text to highlight or the whole text as per your requirement. Below, we will see the help of images and instructions and learn this easy way to change the text color in Microsoft Word. So, the first step is open the document and create a new one in which you want to change the color of text. Then, go to the Home tab as shown below. Then, step 3, select the text or paragraph of which the color is to be changed. Step 4, go to the font sections in the Home tab marked in the image below. Then, step 5, click the font color button marked in the image below. Step 6, choose the color from the options provided in the menu. Then lastly, the step 7, here the color of text change from black to green. Text decoration, bold, italics, underline, and stripe. This is one of the features provided by the Microsoft Word. These features is used to make the text more fancy looking or attractive. The title decoration itself means to make it look attractive. So, we will discuss these features in details and learn step by step how to do it. So, method 1. To make the text bold. We use bold text to give more emphasis on the sentences or on certain word. So, we will learn step by step how to make the text bold with the help of instructions and images. So, step 1. First, open the Microsoft Word on your PC. Second step, open the document or create a new one in which you want to perform in this operation. Now, select the text or paragraph you make or you want to make bold. Okay, step 4, click on the Home tab. Then step 5, go to the Font section in the Home tab. Step 6, in the Font section, select the bold option to make the selected text bold. Step 7, the selected text or paragraph is successfully turned into bold text. So the shortcut way to make the text bold is first open the document or create a new one which you want to perform this operation. Now, select the text or paragraph you want to make bold. Then step 4, we will use the shortcut key, press the Ctrl plus P to make the text bold. Then step 5, the selected text or paragraph is successfully turned into bold text. To make the text italic. An italic text is a text which appears with small installations, and we use the italicized text to differentiate it from other text, and it also gives a good look. So we will learn step by step how to make text italic with the help of instructions and images. So step 1, open the Microsoft Word on your PC. Step 2, open the document or create a new one in which you want to perform this operation. Step 3, select the text or paragraph you want to make italic. Then step 4, click the Home tab. Step 5, go to the Fonts section in the Home tab. Step 6, in the Font section, select the italic option to make the selected italic. Then, the last step is the selected text or paragraph is successfully turned into italic text. So, in the shortcut way to make the text in italic, just click or press the Ctrl plus I to make the text italic. So, to make underline the text. As the name suggests, an underlined portion of text appears with an underline, and it's used to make it more distinguished from another text. Or also, it is highlighted. So, we will learn step by step how to make text underline with the help of instructions and images. So, first step, open the Microsoft Word on your PC. Second, open the document or create a new one in which you want to perform this operation. Step 3, select the text or paragraph you want to underline. So, now, the shortcut way to make the text is to underline is select the text or paragraph you want to underline. Then, press the Ctrl plus U to make the text underline. So, we will proceed to the add strike to a text. A strike through a portions of the text looks like a line has been drawn through the middle of the text. A strike through portions of the text indicates that it has been deleted. As we sometimes do a mistake while writing in copy, then we simply cut it through a line. And the portion of text is a mistake or wrong. So, it has been cut out. So, we will learn step by step how to make strike through in the text with the help of instructions and images. So, the first step, open the Microsoft Word on your PC. Now, open the document or create a new one in which you want to perform this operation. Step 3, select the text or paragraph you want to strike through the text. Okay, then step 4, click the Home tab. Now, go to the Fonts section in the Home tab. Step 6, in the Fonts section, select the strike through options to make the selected text strike to the text. Then the last step, which is the step 7, the selected text or paragraph is successfully turned into strike through of the text. Text alignment. This is one of the features provided by Microsoft Word to its user. This feature is used by the user to align text or paragraph so that it gives a good look or kind of systematic look. There are 4 types of text alignment, which is the left aligned, centered aligned, right aligned, and justified. Left aligned text. A paragraph or a text is left aligned when that paragraph or text is aligned evenly along the left margin of the page in Microsoft Word. Now, we will learn step by step with the help of a diagram to make a paragraph text left alignment. So, the first step is open the Microsoft Word in your PC. Then, open the document and create a new one in which you want to perform this operation. Step 3, select the paragraph or text in which you want to make left aligned. Step 4, go to the Home tab and click on that. Step 5, go to the paragraph section. In the Home tab, click on the left aligned text font. Alternate way or using the shortcut key. The shortcut key for a left aligned text is press the Ctrl plus L to make the text left aligned. Centered aligned text. A paragraph text or a text will be centered aligned in the paragraph or text. This is the center of the left and right margins of the page in Microsoft Word. Alternate way or using shortcut key. Now, we can use a shortcut key for the same time. Use the shortcut key, which is Ctrl plus E. Right aligned text. A paragraph text is said to be right aligned when it aligned evenly along the right margin of the page in Microsoft Word. Alternate way using a shortcut key. Now, we can use shortcut key for the same time. Use the shortcut key, which is the Ctrl plus R. After you press that shortcut key, the paragraph text is aligned to the right successfully. Okay. Justified text. A paragraph text is said to be justified when it is aligned evenly along both the left side and the right side margins of the page in Microsoft Word. Alternate way or using shortcut key. Now, we can use a shortcut key for the same time. The shortcut key, which is Ctrl plus J. Okay, after you press the Ctrl plus J, the paragraph text is aligned to the justified text successfully. Inserting bullet and numbers. Choose the text you wish to turn into a numbered or bulleted list. Choose the Home tab. Click the bullets or numbering command under the paragraph group. It shows a menu with bullets or numbers. Inserting a list with bullets. Click the bulleted list button on the formatting toolbar after selecting the text for a number list to be inserted. Click the number list button on the formatting toolbar after selecting the text. Using the bullets and numbering dialog box, you can also modify the bullet features and numbering format. So let's move on to the header and footer. First step is click the Insert tab. After you click the Insert tab, click the header or footer in the header and footer group. Okay? Then after you click that, select the header or footer style you want to use. Then, type the information you want to appear in your header or footer. So, page number. First, click the Insert tab. The page number in the header and footer. In the option menu, select where you want your page number to appear. And lastly, click the style you want to use. In page breaker, or break, I should say, place your cursor before the text you want to appear on the next page. After that, click the Insert tab. Then, click the page break in the page group. In making table met, just click the Insert tab. After you click the Insert tab, click the table in the table group, and when you move your mouse over the grid cells, it makes a table in the table that appear in the document. You can make your table having the desired number of rows and column. To style any of the styles, just click the built-in table style and you will see the selected style have been applied on your table. Just like this. In making graphics, click on your document where you want to add the picture. Then, insert the tab. Click the picture options available in Illustration group. We will display the Insert Picture dialog box. Then after you select the picture, select the image you want to add, then click Insert.
Now, we will talk about the Microsoft Excel. What is a spreadsheet and Microsoft Excel? A spreadsheet is a sheet of paper that shows accounting or other data in rows. It simulates a physical spreadsheet by capturing, displaying, and manipulating data arranged in rows and columns. Next is the use of a spreadsheet program. It allows us to use data to forecast, manage, predict, and present information. On the other hand, Microsoft Excel is primarily used to enter, edit, format, sort, perform mathematical computations, save, retrieve, and print numeric data. These are the following sample reports and documents that could be prepared using Microsoft Excel. Next on the screen are the elements and functions of Microsoft Excel. First, we have the active cell indicator. It is the dark outlines that shows when we click a column or a worksheet. There are 17,179,869,184 cells on each worksheet to be exact. Next, we have collapse the ribbon button. When we click this button, it temporarily hides the ribbon. Click it again to make the ribbon remain visible. The third one is the column letters. Its letters range from A to XFD, one for each of the 16,384 columns in the worksheet. Click a column heading to select an entire column of cells or drag a column border to change its width. Now, let's talk about the File button. This open Backstage view, which contains many options for working with your documents and setting Excel options. Fifth is the Formula bar. Enter information or formula into a cell and it appears in this bar. Next, the horizontal scroll bar. This tool is used to scroll the sheet horizontally. We also have a macro recorder indicator. Click to start recording a Visual Basic for Applications or VBA macro. This icon changes while your actions are being recorded. Click again to stop recording. Next is the name box. This box displays the active cell address or the name of the selected cell, range, or object. The ninth one is the New Sheet button. By clicking the New Sheet button, it will add a new worksheet. Next is the Page View buttons. Click these buttons to change the way the worksheet is being displayed. Next, the Quick Access toolbar is always visible regardless of which tab is selected. This holds commonly used commands. We have the ribbon. This is the main location for Excel commands. Clicking an item in the tab list changes the ribbon that is displayed. Next is Tell me what you want to do. Use this control to identify commands or have Excel issue a command automatically. Next is the username, the name or the associated image of the person logged in. Another, we have the ribbon display options. It is a drop-down control that offers 3 options related to displaying the ribbon. The row numbers. These are the numbers range from 1 to 1,048,576, one for each row in the worksheet. You can click a row number to select an entire row or cells. Next is the Sheet tab. A workbook can have any number of sheets and each sheet has its name displayed on the tab sheet. Another, the Sheet tab scroll buttons. Use these buttons to scroll the sheet tabs to display tabs that aren't visible. You can also right-click to get the list of sheets. Now, we move on to the status bar. This bar displays various messages as well as the status of num lock, caps lock, and scroll lock keys on your keyboard. It also shows summary information about the range of cells selected. The tab list. Using these commands to display a different ribbon, similar to a menu. Next, title bar. Displays the name of the program and the name of the current workbook. It also holds the Quick Access toolbar, which is on the left, and some control buttons that you can use to modify the window on the right. The vertical scroll bar. This is used to scroll the sheet vertically. Next, the Window Close button. Click this button to close the active workbook window. Another, the Window Maximize or Restore. This button is to increase the workbook window's size to fill the entire screen. If the window is already maximized, clicking this button unmaximizes the Excel window so that it no longer fills the entire screen. Another is the Window Minimize button. Clicking this button to minimize the workbook window. The window displays as an icon in the Windows taskbar. The last is the Zoom control. Use this Zoom control on your worksheet in and out. Now, follow these steps in creating a new file or workbook. When Microsoft Excel is loaded for the first time, click the blank workbook option. Next, when it's already loaded, click the File tab, click the menu, and then click the blank workbook option. Now, if you ask how to save a file or save a workbook for the first time, or else save it to another location or folder. First, click the File tab, click Save or click Save As, or press Ctrl plus S /F12. Second, choose a location or folder by clicking the Browse menu. It is recommended to create your own folder to make files organized and easy to manage. And last, type the file name and click Save. How to save the existing workbook. This use when saving an updated content of an existing workbook. In closing the workbook, click the File tab, then click the Close menu or press Ctrl plus W.
Hello everyone, so now I will discuss our worksheet and ribbon tabs. So first is Excel worksheet components. So I will explain one by one the parts of worksheet. So first is formula bar. This bar at the top displays the contents of the currently selected cell or active cell. You can edit the cell's contents directly in the formula bar. Next is name box. Located to the left of the formula bar, this box shows the cell's address, examples A1, B2, or the name of the selected range of cells. Next is insert icon dialog box. Also to the left of the formula bar, this icon opens a dialog box that helps you insert function into your spreadsheet. Functions are pre-built formulas that perform calculations. So next is active cell border. The selected cell is highlighted with a dark border. This is the cell where any data entry or editing will take place. So next is row numbers in row header. The numbers on the far left of the spreadsheet represent the row numbers. Rows run horizontally. So next is column letters in column header. The letters of the top of the spreadsheet represent the column letters. Column run vertically. Next is cells. The intersections of rows and columns are individual cells where data is entered and stored. Next is sheet tab. These tabs at the bottom of the spreadsheet allow you to switch between different worksheets within the same workbook. Next is add new sheet icon. An icon, usually A plus symbol, next to the sheet tabs let you add a new worksheet to your workbook. So next is status bar. This bar at the bottom provides information about the spreadsheet such as the current cell selection, keyboard status, like lock number, etc. Our next is zoom slider. Located in the bottom right corner, the slider allows you to zoom in or out to adjust the view of the spreadsheet. Next is the MS Excel ribbon tab. As noted in the picture below, ribbons are designed to help you quickly find the command that you want to execute in Excel 2016. Ribbons are divided into logical groupings called tabs, and each tab has its own set of unique function to perform. There are various tabs: Home, Insert, Page, Layout, Formulas, Date, Review, and View. And the next one is File tab. This contains command and options that are associated with the file such as File, Information, Details, Recent Files, and Excel options. The File tab also contains the commonly used commands such as Save, Save As, Open, Close, New, Print, and Exit. So the next one is Home tab. Home tab in Excel provides a central location for the most frequently used commands for formatting and editing data in your spreadsheet. These are the components of the Home tab. Number 1 is Clipboard. This section includes the cut, copy, and paste commands as well as the Format Painter. Number 2 is Font. Here you can change the font style, size, color, and other text formatting options. Number 3 is Alignment. This section controls how text and numbers are aligned within cells, left, center, right, top, middle, bottom, including text wrapping and cell merging. And next is Number. This is where you format numbers are currently, percentage, dates, etc. and control the number of decimal places. And next is Styles. This provides predefined cell styles for quick formatting with specific fonts, colors, borders, and more. Next is Cells. This section contains commands for inserting, deleting, formatting, and hiding rows and columns. And the last one is Editing. This includes tools for editing cell contents such as find and select, clear and sort and filter, as well in insert and deleting cells. So next is Insert tab. Insert tab contains commands most commonly associated with adding something to the workbook. Number 1 is Tables. This group provides a superior way to organize the data. You can use to sort, filter, and format the data within the sheet. In addition, you can also use pivot tables to analyze complex data very easily. We will be using pivot tables in our later tutorials. Number 2 is Illustrations. These groups provides a way to insert pictures, shapes, or artwork into Excel. You can insert the pictures either directly from the computer, or you can also use online picture option to search for relevant pictures. In addition, Shape provides additional ready-made square, circle, arrow kind of shapes that you can be used in Excel. Smart Art provides an awesome graphical representation to visually communicate data in the form of lists. Organizational charts, Venn diagram to process diagrams, screenshot can be used to quickly insert a screenshot of any programs that is open on the computer. Number 3 is Apps. You can use this group to insert an existing app into Excel. You can also purchase an app from the store section. Bing Maps apps allows you to use the location data from a given column and plot it on Bing Maps. Also, there is new feature called People Data, which allows you to transform boring data into an exciting graph. Number 4 is Charts. This is one of the most useful features in Excel. It helps you visualize the data in graphical format. Recommended chart allow Excel to come up with the best possible graphical combination. In addition, you can make graphs on your own, and Excel provides various options like pie chart, line chart, column chart, bubble chart, combo chart, radar chart, and pivot chart. Number 5 is Sparklines. Sparklines are mini charts that are made on the number data and can be displayed with the cells. There are different options available for sparklines like line sparkline, column sparkline, and win-loss sparkline. We will discuss the detail in the later pause. Number 6 is filters. There are two types of filters available. Slicer allows you to filter the data visually and can be used to filter tables, pivot tables, data, etc. Timeline filter allows you to filter the dates interactively. Then number 7 is hyperlink. This is a great tool to provide hyperlinks from the Excel sheet to an external URL or files. Hyperlinks can also be used to create a navigation structure with the Excel sheet that is easy to use. Number 8 is text. This group is used to text in the desired format. For example, if you want to have the header and footer, you can use this group. In addition, WordArt allows you to use different styling for text. You can also create your signature using the signature line feature. And the number 9 is symbols. This primarily consists of two parts. A. Equation. This allows you to write mathematical equation that we cannot ordinarily write into Excel sheet. And number 2 is symbols, are special character or symbols that we may want to insert in the Excel sheet for better representation. So next is page layout tab. Page layout tab contains the commands most commonly associated with settings that would affect the entire page or worksheet. Number 1 is themes. Themes allows you to change the style and visual look of Excel. You can choose of various styles available from the menu. You can also customize the colors, fonts, and effects in Excel workbook. Number 2 is page setup. This is an important group primarily used along with printing an Excel sheet. You can choose margins from the print. In addition, you can choose your printing orientation from portrait to landscape. Also, you can choose the size of the paper like A3, A4, letters head, etc. Print area allows you to see the print area within the Excel sheet and is helpful to make the necessary adjustments. We can also add a break where we want to next page to begin in the printed copy. Also, you can add a background to the worksheet to create a style print. Titles is like a header and footer that we want them to be repeated on each printed copy of the Excel sheet. Number 3 is scale to fit. This option is used to stretch, or shrink the printout of the page to a percentage of the original size. You can also shrink the width as well as height to fit in a certain number of pages. Number 4 is sheet options. Sheet options is another useful feature for printing. If we want to print the grid, we can check the print grid lines option. If we want to print the row and column numbers in the Excel sheet, we can also do the same using the featured. And number 5 is arrange. Here we have the different options for objects. Insert in Excel like bring forward, send backward, selection, pane, align groups, objective, and rotate. Next is Formulas tab. The Formulas tab contains the commands most commonly associated with Excel's formulas and functions. And number 1 is Function Library. This is a very useful group containing all the formulas that one uses in Excel. This group is subdivided into important functions like financial functions, logical functions, date and timing, lookup and reference, math and trigonometry, and other functions. One can make also use of insert function capabilities to insert the functions in a cell. And number 2 is define names. This feature is a fairly advanced but useful feature. It can be used to the name cell, and these name cells can be called from any part of the worksheet without worrying about the exact locations. Number 3 is formula auditing. This feature is used for auditing the flow of formulas and its linkage. It can trace the precedence origin of dataset and can also show which dataset is dependent on this. Show formula can be also used to debug errors in the formula. Watch window is also a useful function to keep tab on their values as you update other formulas and dataset in the Excel sheet. Number 4 is calculations. By default, the option selected for calculation is automatic. However, one can also change this option to manual. So next is Data tab. The Data tab contains the commands most commonly associated with data from external sources and evaluating or arranging data. Number 1 is Get Internal Data. This option is used to import external data from various sources like Access, Web, Text, SQL Server, and XML, etc. Number 2 is Power Query. This is an advanced feature and it used to combine data from multiple sources and present it in the desired format. Number 3 is Connections. This feature is used to refresh the Excel sheet when the data in the current Excel sheet is coming from outside sources. You can also display the external links as well as edit those links from the feature. Number 4 is Sort and Filter. This feature can be used to sort the data from A to Z or Z to Z. And also, you can filter the data using the drop-down menus. Also, one can choose an advanced features to filter using complex criteria. And number 5 is Data Tools. This is another group which is very useful for advanced Excel users. One can create various scenario analysis using what is analysis, data, tables, goal seeks, and scenario managers. Also, one can convert text to column, remove duplicate, and consolidate from the group. Number 6 is Forecast. This forecast function can be used to predict the values based on the historical values. Number 7 is Outline. One can easily present the data in an intuitive format using the group and ungroup option. So let's move on. And next is Review tab. The Review tab contains the commands most commonly associated with the text portions of a spreadsheet and sharing changes. Number 1 is Proofing. Proofing is an interesting feature in Excel that allows you to run spell check sheet from English to any other language. Then you can use these features. Number 2 is Language. If you need to translate your Excel sheet from English to any other language, then you can use this feature. Number 3 is Comments. Comments are very helpful when you want to write an additional note for important cells. This helps user understand clearly the reason behind your calculations. Number 4 is Changes. If you want to keep track of the changes that are made, then you can use Track Changes option here. Also, you can protect the worksheet or the workbook using a password from this option. Next is View tab. The View tab contains the commands most commonly associated with a variety of ways you can look at a worksheet or workbook. Number 1 is Workbook Views. You can choose the viewing option of the Excel sheet from this group. You can view the Excel sheet in the default normal view, or you can choose page break view, page layout view, or any other custom view of your choice. Number 2 is Show. This feature can be used to show or not show formula bars, grid lines, or heading in the Excel sheet. Number 3 is Zoom. Sometimes an Excel sheet may contain a lot of data and you may want to change zoom in or zoom out desired areas of the Excel sheet. Number 4 is Window. The new window is a helpful feature which allows the user to open the second window and work on both at the same time. Also, freeze panes in other useful feature that allows to freeze particular rows and columns such that they are always visible even when one scrolls to the extreme position. You can also split the worksheet into two parts for separate navigation. Number 5 is macros. This is again a fairly advanced feature and can use this feature to automate certain tasks in Excel sheet. Macros are nothing but a recorder of action taken on Excel, and it has the capability to execute the same actions if required. So let's move on to the View tab and let's proceed to Worksheet tabs and views. A worksheet is a collection of cells where you can manipulate the data. Each Excel workbook can contain multiple worksheets. And how to select a worksheet. When you open an Excel workbook, Excel automatically selects Sheet 1 for you. Then the name of the worksheet appears on each sheet tab at the bottom of the document window. And then next is how to insert a worksheet. You can insert as many worksheets as you want. To quickly insert a new worksheet, click the plus sign at the bottom of the document window. And next is how to rename a worksheet. To give a worksheet a more specific name, execute the following steps. Number 1 is right-click on the Sheet tab of Sheet 1. And number 2 is choose Rename. And number 3 is, for example, type Sales 2016. And next is how to move a worksheet. To move a worksheet, click on the Sheet tab of the worksheet you want to move and drag it into the new position. Number 1. For example, click on the Sheet tab of Sheet 2 and drag it before Sales 2016. And next is how to delete a worksheet. To delete a worksheet, right-click on the Sheet tab and choose Delete. For example, delete Sheet 2. And next is how copy a worksheet. Imagine you can have got the sales for 2016 ready and want to create the exact same sheet for 2017. But with different data, you can recreate their worksheet, but this is time-consuming. It's a lot easier to copy the entire worksheet and only change the numbers. Number 1. Right-click on the Sheet tab on Sales 2016. Number 2. Choose Move or Copy. Number 3 is select Move to End and check Create a Copy. And number 4 is click OK to our result.
This is the part 3 under the topic Microsoft Excel, where we'll be discussing the operators, formulas, and functions of an Excel. First, what is operators? These are the symbols or functions that represent mathematical or logical operations. And there are 4 different types of calculation operators. First, the arithmetic. Second, comparison. Third, text concatenation. And fourth is the reference. And the first operator is the arithmetic. First is the plus sign or addition, where it is used to add 2 or more numbers. For example, 3 plus 3, 3 plus 4 plus 5, and 15 plus 1. And second is the minus sign or subtraction. It is used to subtract 2 or more numbers. For example, 3 minus 3, 3 minus 4 minus 5, and 15 minus 1. And third is the asterisk or multiplication. It is used to multiply 2 or more numbers, like 4 times 5 and 10 times 93. And the fourth one is the forward slash or division or dividing numbers, like 10 divided by 5 and 10 divided by 50. And next is the percent sign. This is the percentage or rate of a number, like 80% and 90%. And last is the caret or exponentiation or the power function, where this is the exponent of a number, like 10 squared or 10 to the second power. And the second operator is the comparison. First is the equal sign or equal to, which is to check if 2 values are exactly the same. For example, A1 is equal to B1. And the next is the greater than sign. This is the sign is to compares two values. If the value on the left is greater than the value on the right, it returns or result to true. For example, 5 is greater than 3. So this returns true. And next is the less than sign. Also, this sign is to compare two values and returns true if the value on the left is less than the value on the right. For example, 3 is less than 5, so it means the result is true. Next is the greater than or equal to sign. This sign checks if the value on the left is either greater than or equal to the value on the right. For example, 5 is greater than or equal to 5, so it means true. But 3 is greater than or equal to 5, it means false. And next is the less than or equal to sign. This sign also checks if the value on the left is either less than or equal to the value on the right. For example, 3 is less than or equal to 5, it means true. But 5 is less than or equal to 3 means false because 5 is greater than 3. Last is the not equal to sign. This sign checks if two values are not equal. For example, 5 is not equal to 3, it means true. But 5 is not equal to 5, it results false because 5 is equal to 5. Third operator is the text concatenation. First is the ampersand or and is to connect or concatenates two values to produce one continuous text value. For example, north and wind. And the last operator is the reference. And first, the colon. Range operator, which produces one references to all the cells between two references, including the two references, and it is used to define a range of cell. For example, B5 and B15. Next is the comma. Union operator, which separates different values within the functions or formulas and also to combines multiple references into one reference. For example, sum, open parenthesis, B5 and B15, comma, D5 and D15, close and open parenthesis. Last is the space. Intersection operator, which is the blank character created by pressing the space bar on your keyboard and used to separate words within a cell, and produces also on reference to cells common to the two reference. For example, B7 and D7, space C6 and C8, which is the space provided in this example. Precedence of operators. First is the parenthesis. This is the special operator that forces evaluation of the expression inside it first and used to change the order of operations in formulas. For example, open parenthesis 10 times 5, close parenthesis plus 5, where the calculated first is 10 times 5 and last is to add the 5. Second is the exponentiation, that any exponentiation like powers will happen before other operations. For example, 2 raised to 3 minus 4 will first calculate is the 2 raised to 3, which is 8, and then subtract to 4 and the answer is 4. Third is the arithmetic operators, the multiplication and division, where multiplication and division have equal precedence and are evaluated from left to right, whichever comes first in the formula. For example, 10 divided by 2 and multiplied by 3 will first divide 10 by 2 and giving 5, and then multiply by 3 and the answer is 15. So, and the next is the arithmetic operators, addition and subtraction. After division and multiplication, addition and subtraction are performed. Like division and multiplication, these are also have equal precedence and handled from left to right. And for example, 5 plus 3 minus 2 will first add 5 and 3 and the answer is 8, then subtract 2 and in resulting in 6. And lastly is the relational operations like equal to, greater than, and less than. This determine that logical comparisons but don't change the actual calculation results and have a lower precedence than arithmetic operators. Why is the relational operations lower precedence than arithmetic operators? Because the intention of arithmetic Operators are to perform calculations, which is the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division first. And then compare the results using relational operators like less than or greater than or equal to. For example, 5 is greater than 3. And it will result true because 5 is indeed greater than 3. Next is the basic formulas and functions. First is, what is formula? A formula is an expression which calculates the value of a cell. And what is a function? A function is a predefined formula that performs calculations using specific values in a particular order or a task where these values or cell is called arguments. If you know exactly what you want to calculate, you can enter the formula directly into the cell or into the formula bar. So what is formula bar? This is a toolbar that allows users to enter and edit formulas, values, and expressions. And also, Excel includes many common functions to easily calculate values such as sum, average, count, maximum, and minimum for a range of cells. To use these functions effectively, it's important to understand the different parts of a function and how to input arguments and cell references correctly. The parts of a function. The basic syntax for a function is the equal sign or the function name, which is the sum, and one or more arguments, where arguments contain the information you want to calculate. The function in the example would add the values of the cell range, A1 and A20. Working with arguments. You can include one argument or multiple arguments depending on the syntax required for the functions. For example, the function equal sign average and B1 and B9 would calculate the average of the values in the cell range B1 and B9 where this function contains only one argument. And then multiple arguments must be separated by a comma. For example, the function equal sign sum A1, A3, C1, and C2 and E1 where all the values in those cells in these three arguments will be added. And these are the commonly used functions in Excel. First is the sum. Adds all values in the selected cells. And then second, the average. Calculates the average by dividing the sum of values by the number of cells. Third is the count. Counts the number of cells with numerical data. Third, max. Returns the highest value from the selected cells. And then fourth is the mean. Returns the lowest value from the selected cells. And these are the common Excel formula errors. First, the column is too narrow to display the value. Second, the formula attempts to divide by 0 or an empty cell. And then third, the formula uses an unrecognized function or cell name. Next, the formula refers to an invalid cell. And then next, the formula refers to a cell that can't be used in the calculation. And lastly, is the circular reference. Formal reference back to the cell containing the formula.
Good day everyone! Today, I'm going to discuss the Microsoft PowerPoint. So Microsoft PowerPoint is a program to let you to create slideshow using text, images, videos, sound, and chart. Part 1 is the screen element. The first is File tab. So File tab is located on the ribbon at the end on one program windows. Here the File tab. So if you click the File tab, you see many options like Create, Open, Save, Save As, Export File, Print File, Share File, and etc. So the next one is Quick Access Toolbar. So Quick Access Toolbar is located above or below the ribbon. So if you click the Quick Access Toolbar here at my presentation, you see many options like New, Save, Open, Undo, Redo, and etc. So Quick Access Toolbar is used to enable toolbar that contains shorts, frequently used command, and features. The third one is the toolbar. So toolbar is located at the top of the application window. Here the toolbar. So indicates the software, the name of the presentation, that is open, minimize, maximize, and close buttons. The next one is display option. So display option is located at the slideshow tab within the ribbon. So here's the display option. So refers to the setting that controls you to present. It shows on the screen, including which view to use. So if you click the display option, you see many options like normal, slide, solitaire, or slideshow. So the next one is the ribbon. Contains all the options and commands that you use to accomplish tasks in PowerPoint for the web. So if you click the ribbon, for example, you can click a button in the ribbon to create a new slide, insert, get design ideas, or changes the orientation of your slides. So ribbon located at the top of the window. Here the ribbon. The next one is slide pane. So slide pane is here the slide pane. It's a section of the left side of the screen that display thumbnails of all the slides in our presentation. So slide pane is located below the ribbon. So the next one is the thumbnail pane. It's a panel that displays thumbnails of your slides. So thumbnails pane allow you to easily move from the slide to another or to arrange by dragging the order of your slides. So the thumbs pane is located on the left margin of the window in normal. So the next one is the notes pane. So note pane is located below at the slide shadow. Yan, ito sa gilid. So it's a section where you can add speaker notes for each slides in your presentation. You can use notes pane to write additional information, reminder, talking points that helps you to deliver the presentation. Notes pane, kaya ang sinabi ko kanina, is located below the slide window. So the next one is status bar. Yung status bar po ay makikita natin sa baba. Dito po. Mababasa natin yung status bar. So status bar is strip of information at the bottom of the window that shows the current slide, them, and other information such as slides numbers, total numbers of slide, and the design template in use. Ito po yung status bar. View shortcuts are keyboard shortcuts that let you change the view of your presentation. So view shortcut is located at the view tab or on the taskbar on the bottom right of the slides window. So view shortcut is example nito ay yung shift at control. Yun yung mga example ng view shortcuts. And the next one is zoom slider. So itong zoom slider naman is a tool that lets you zoom in, zoom out of your presentation. So zoom slider located in the status bar at the bottom of the window. Yan, dito po natin makikita. Kapag gumawa ka ng presentation mo, pwede mong i-zoom in, i-zoom out ang iyong presentation. That's the purpose of zoom slider. Part 2 is add object. So first is add text box. So click the insert tab and click the text box in the text group and drag your mouse in the slide pane where you want your text box to be placed. Yan, yan yung add text box. So the next one is add picture through insert tab. Kung gusto mong mag-add ng picture, yan, pwede mong pindutin yung picture dito sa taas at mag-add ka ng mga pictures na gusto mong i-insert sa iyong PowerPoint presentation. And meron tayo dito add smart, Yan, add smart, add chart. Yan, so add table, add audio, and add video. The next one is part 3, add design. So, sa paggawa natin ng design, sa pagpili ng ating design, when you choose design, the information must be legible and not painful to the eyes. So, pwede tayo gumamit ng kulay white, color black, gray, green, basta yung nababasa yung information na gusto mong ipahatid sa mga manonood. Yun yung design, purpose ng design. So makikita natin yung design dito sa aking presentation. You click that and many options ang magpapakita dyan. Marami kang makikitang iba't ibang design. Part 1 is the transition. So transition is a visual effect that happens when you move from one slide to the next during a presentation. So, if you click the transition, you see many options there. Example, fade. Pwede kung gusto mong hindi mag-transition, you choose none. Diba? Split, wipe, yung mga ganon. If you want to use a transition. You see transition between the design and the animation. Part 5 is the animation. So animation is a visual effect that you can add or to object on a slide. For example, you can reveal bulleted points one line at a time, or have an image bounce across the screen. You can also use animation to emphasize key points. So you see that if you click the animation, many options there. So you see you can find or located animation between transition and slide show. So the part 6 is the print presentation. So print presentation is the process of creating a physical copy of a presentation, including slides, notes, and handout. So to create a printing presentation, you click File, and after you click File, here my presentation, after you click File, you click the Print. And after you click the Print, you go to the copies and choose how many copies you want to print. And makikita natin dito yung i-sequence kung paano i-print yung presentation. Yan, makikita natin dito sa aking likuran kung ano yung pagkasunod-sunod kung paano mag-print ng ating presentation. So, part 7 is do's and don'ts. So, in text, don't use too much information. Just follow the 5 lines rule. And also avoid too many bullets and wrong alignment. Don't use many images or shapes that are not related to the objects or to your presentation. And also don't use too many graphics that are hard to understand and confusing. We use or to use appropriate graphic that are easy to understand to make a good and perfect presentation. So that's all, everyone. Thank you for listening, and bye-bye.